What is up, people, and welcome back to my Rags to Riches F1 2010 to 2014 career mode. This is the career mode where we go from one of the worst teams in F1 2010, work our way up through the ranks and through the teams, and try and get a drive for one of the best teams in F1 2014. We're currently in the F1 2011 season. It's round 12. It is, of course, the Belgian Grand Prix, and this is part 2 of our triple build today. I hope you are enjoying it. And if you have missed the previous episode from today, I did the Hungarian Grand Prix earlier today. Go check that one out right now. There'll be a card annotation in the top right hand corner of your screen. If you have missed any episodes of this whole entire series, you can go catch up with the playlist up there as well. But getting into today's race, looking at the standings before we start the video, we are currently in 6th place, which is a Williams seat for next season. If you aren't up to speed with the rules of this series, then you can go check those out. They'll all be in the description down below, so you can go see what this series is all about. But we're currently in 6th place. That's a Williams seat for F1 2012. We're kind of trying to hold off Lewis Hamilton at this stage. I'm not too sure whether we will be able to battle with the likes of Fernando Alonso, Felipe Massa and Jenson Button to try and push for a Force India seat next season. We will just have to wait and see. But we do have an email going into today's race, and the team want me to get 8th and then 5th in today's race weekend. And it's going to be light cloud across the whole entire race weekend, which means no rain, which is always good to see. I don't really like to race in the rain on this game. So nothing else really to talk about. Let's get into the race weekend for the Belgian Grand Prix. I appear to have made a mistake. I didn't expect there to be any rain in this qualifying session, and unfortunately it's come out right at the end of my session. I will try my best though with this lap, but unfortunately I feel like it is going to put me right at the back of the field. We'll wait and see though. Let's see what happens across this one-shot qualifying lap, but I'm not too sure. I'm remaining optimistic. Let's remain hopeful, and let's see what we can do here today as we go down in towards turn 1, break the 100-meter board, and everything still feels okay. It still feels like we have got the grip out on track. I'm not too sure though whether we can take El Rouge flat out. I don't think we can on this game, so I am actually going to lift off through this corner just to make sure I actually make it through. I don't want to cut any corners, which I have done there. Okay, that's a lot tighter on this game than it is on F1 2016. I was not expecting that. Yeah, I think it may be a little bit too wet out on track for slick tyres, unfortunately. Which means that I'm most likely going to be right at the back of the field. Let's just get through the last part of this circuit. Right, do not run it out wide. I hate this corner. Oh, okay, let's run it out wide. Stay away from the wall. I'm 9 seconds off the pace. If I still manage to beat a back marker, I am just going to lose my shit. I don't know what's going on right now if I manage to still beat a back marker. Lift off through Blanchimont is still not enough. I lose the back end. Look at the weather out on track. It's definitely getting close to intermediate times. The tyres are getting cold. Yep. Okay, right. It's definitely time for intermediates. I'm going to cut across that final corner. Down towards the line. Where is it going to put me, though? Will it still put me at the back of the field? And, yeah, 13 seconds off the pace. Brilliant. Lovely jubbly. I can't even brake for turn 1. Brilliant. Love that. Okay, right. Lost the first challenge activated in Season 2 of Rags to Riches. Let's see what we can do. It's race day here at the Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. One of my favourite circuits on the F1 calendar. I always tend to do well here. Unfortunately, I am starting right at the back of the field because we kind of misjudged when the rain would come down the qualifying session. I didn't actually even know that there was rain coming down. I didn't even look at the chance of rain because I just thought it was going to be light cloud for the whole session. Unfortunately, the rain came down at the end when we went to go set our fastest lap. And yeah, we are starting at the back of the field. But it just means we're going to try the first challenge here today. We're starting on the prime tyres. We're going to be pitting for the options on lap 5 of this 9-lap race. And hopefully we can battle it with the leaders come at the end of the race. Anything else really to talk about? Not really. So let's head down to the track and get today's race underway. It is Fernando Alonso who lines up in pole position with Lewis Hamilton second and Sebastian Vettel third. My teammate Rubens Barrichello out-qualifies me again this season, lining up in P17. And then it is myself right to the back of the field in 24th place with Jarno Trulli alongside me and Vitantonio Leuzzi ahead of me. So I managed to get his name right this time. It's 5 red lights. It's lights out and away we go for the Belgian Grand Prix. I'm going to save my curves so that I can use it down the Kemmel straight in towards Lecombe's corner. And, oh, can we get turned in? We can. We've made a little bit of a collision there with the Virgin racing car. I'm going to take it nice and cautiously down in towards El Rouge because I do not want to crash into anybody at the end of the day. Are they going to slow down? They are. So that's going to give me a nice line through El Rouge. Right, what can we do here? Here we go. Kerr's activated, getting past 2 Toro Rossos. And let's go get the rest of the field. Can we go get Rubens Barrichello as well following in the slipstream? No. Okay, we're not fast enough to bat it out with our teammate. That's a little bit surprising. Up the inside, though. Unfortunately, not late enough on the brakes to bat it with Rubens. All out of shape there through that corner. Not too sure what happened there. Maybe just touched the grass and just lost the car a little bit. Rubens going very defensive in towards Rivage. I'm going to try it around the outside through here, side by side with my teammate. As now we've got another car trying a look as we're going to go up the inside into the corner with no name. Not possible through there. Rubens Barrichello running it wide. We're still side by side with my teammate in towards P1. What can we do through here? Looks like we've got the job done. There we go. Job done on Rubens Barrichello. And we move up into P15. Right, let's go get Sergio Perez and see what we can do on that Sauber driver. Oh, nice little move there from Sergio Perez around the outside of Michael Schumacher. They're really holding each other up right now. They could go very slow, though, in towards El Rouge, which they do. Luckily, I was kind of anticipating that. And I do manage to not go into the back of Michael Schumacher, which could have been a little bit devastating in this race. We are trying to push for points, though. At the moment, we are way off scoring any points in this race. So we need to sort of get a wriggle on. Oh, terrible line there for Michael Schumacher through Puon. I'm going to capitalise in towards this next chicane. If I can dive it up the inside of Michael, maybe not quite, unfortunately. Could try to have a little look up the inside of Michael Schumacher, but unfortunately just not able to do anything just of yet. But I'm going to try something, maybe in towards Stavolo on the Mercedes driver. What can we do? In towards this right. Ah, no, I slingshot it a little bit too wide. We're going purple at the moment, following in the slipstream of Michael. Now, do these guys lift off like they did in F1 2010? Yes, they do. I'm going to gain quite a bit on Schumacher. Where we're going to go to the left this time. And Perez is going to go defensive as well. We're going to try not to go into the back of Vitaly Petrov as we go side by side with Sergio Perez. Make it through the final corner side by side, but getting the job done. Yes, where did Perez go? Maybe into the pits. Yes. It's okay. Sergio Perez went into the pits. There's Vitaly Petrov. The next guy ahead of us has pulled arrest and moves over in the braking zone. Oh, that's annoying as we get pushed out wide by Vitaly Petrov. But we've got the job done for now. And there we go. Moving up into P12, thankfully. Here we go, on the exit, in towards Blanchimont now. Right, what can we do on Paul di Resta, following in the slipstream? Will he lift off going in towards Blanchimont? I think he will. I'm going to have to lift off as well then, because I do not want to go into the back of him. Where are we going to go? Left, right, right. Okay, right-hand side on him and Mark Webber as well. At the same time, up the inside of Adrian Sittel, in towards braking. Lovely, lovely triple overtake on all those guys. And there we go, moving up into P9, into the point. Here today is a few. Whoa, okay, they've all gone wide. Big old collision for those guys behind us. Let's have a look at a little replay here then. So what happened? Oh, okay, I've done it again. I always do that. Why do I always do that? I try and get rid of it. And I always end up just going back. Right, okay, where are we looking? Instant replay. Right, instant replay. Let's have a look. What happened to these guys behind me? Do we get a chance to see? Oh, okay, they go 3 wide. Mark Webber just gets absolutely mugged off there. He gets put into a spin by one of the Force Indias, and round he goes. Okay, that's going to be really, really frustrating for Mark Webber, as he's now facing the wrong way, having to let everybody through, and we just get to drive off into the sunset. I'm not going to mind too much, as I now try and hunt down Kamui Kobayashi. Right, does everybody get through cleanly this time? Looks like they haven't done. Okay, well, I don't know what has gone on there between Kamui Kobayashi and the McLaren, but I'll take it. Thank you very much for giving me that position. Right, another replay time. Okay, so... Oh my god, what's happened to that car? What's going on? He is literally two-wheeling it. Wow. What on earth has happened to him? He's literally been flipped up in the air. The McLaren of Lewis Hamilton, or is that Jenson Button? I believe it's Jenson Button. Gets caught up with Kamui Kobayashi, but I want to see what happened to that Renault Lotus. What on earth happened? I don't even get a chance, but he must have been tagged, or he's taken too much curb, and oh... my word, he is drifting it on 2 wheels, manages to make it into the pit lane. The 2 McLarens come together as some of them, I think it is Lewis Hamilton wanted to come into the pits. He cut across, he cut across Jenson Button, and that's what caused the old pile up there. But I get past those 2 drivers, and I literally just get 2 places at a very, very easy opportunity. So thank you very much to those 2 guys, and I've just gone and set the fastest lap of the race as well. Very, very nice to see. So I'm right behind Nico Rosberg, battling for 2nd place. So what can we do on the Merc? Can we get 2nd place in this race? We started from last on the grid. What can we do? Right, it is pit stop time for me in this Belgian Grand Prix. But can I gain on Nico Rosberg in towards the bus stop chicane? Yes, I can, as he's going to come into the pits as well. Oh, I've gone straight into the back of Nico Rosberg, right on the tail of the Mercedes drivers. We both enter the pit lane. Right, it's going to be the battle of the pit crews. Who's going to come out on top? Mercedes or Williams? Most likely Mercedes, but we'll wait and see. Maybe he can get held up by a Lotus coming into the pit lane, and I think he has done. Yes! Oh my god, that has worked in my favour so damn much. I've just got past him there. Very easy indeed. And now I'm coming out in P6. Yes, I am. P6. Just ahead of Lewis Hamilton. Just behind Nick Heidfeld. Right, what can we do on these guys ahead of us? As Lewis Hamilton so much quicker in towards El Rouge. I'm on cold tyres, so I need to take it nice and cautiously through that corner. But there we go. Nice and quick. Out in P6. And now we're going to be hunting down Nick Heidfeld's Lewis Hamilton. Probably going to go for the overtake. No, he's not. He's just gone straight into the back of me. What on earth are you doing, Lewis? Nick Heidfeld going very defensive in towards Le Source there. We're going to go side by side in towards this corner. He's going to run me out a little bit too wide there, following in his slipstream. Here we go, down on the right-hand side, in towards El Rouge. Can we get the job done? We're going to use a bit more curves just to make sure we've got the overtake done. And there we go, sorted in towards... Oh, okay, lovely little corner cut once again. Didn't mean that, but we've got DRS from Nick Heidfeld. He's not going to have DRS on us, so we should be able to hold on to this position. Up next is Sebastian Vettel with 2 laps left to go. I'm not too sure whether I will be able to get that position away from him. Final lap in this Belgian Grand Prix. Somehow, Kamui Kobayashi was leading the race. I'm not too sure whether he still is. Yes, he still is. We have just gone and set the fastest lap of the race so far, and we are catching these guys so quickly right now. Is he going to be quick enough, though, to challenge for the race win? They are battling each other so much as they go down in towards El Rouge, holding each other up a lot. This is really going to help me loads right now, as I've messed up in towards El Rouge once again. But I need to gain at my best possible chance, which is, of course, down in towards Blanchimont and the bus stop chicane. If I can gain on them through the rest of the lap, I may possibly have a chance of battling for the race win. So close to the back of these guys right now. Can we do this? Come on. Come on, Hayden. Let's make it 2 Belgian race wins in a row. I'm so close. I'm not too sure how on earth Kamui Kobayashi has done this. I'm pretty sure he hasn't pitted in this race, but he is no longer leading it. He's in second place at the moment. But if he can hold up these two, then I could definitely get on the podium here today. That would be a fantastic result for us. Right, only a few more corners left to go here at this Belgian Grand Prix. Kamui Kobayashi holding those guys up as much as he possibly can. But will it be enough for us to go for an overtake going into the final couple of corners of this race? Or is P5 the best that we can hope for? Here we go, in towards the bus stop chicane now. Sebastian Vettel just ahead of us. He's got Felipe Massa just ahead of him, in towards the final corner. It's not going to be enough at the end of the day. Fernando Alonso wins the race, but it's a pretty decent P5 at the end of the day. A really decent result. Not too sure how Kamui Kobayashi managed to get into P2. I'm pretty sure he didn't pit, and he should have definitely been given a penalty here today. But yeah, he started from 11th. He finished P2. Fair play to him. Fair play to him at the end of the day. If that is legitimate, fair play to Kamui Kobayashi. But I am wanting to see a steward's investigation into that one, because I don't believe it. I do not believe that Kamui Kobayashi has got that Sauber into P2 when he was behind me. I'm pretty sure I overtook him going into the pit stop phase. So, yeah, not too sure what went on there, especially as he set 146.489. So, yeah, not too sure what happened there. But Fernando Alonso, he is our race winner here today with Kamui Kobayashi in second, Felipe Massa in third, Vettel in fourth, myself in fifth, ahead of my rival Lewis Hamilton as well, which is pretty decent. Nick Heidfeld, who went on 2 wheels halfway through that race, finished in seventh, with Nico Rosberg eighth, Jenson Button in ninth, and Vitaly Petrov getting the final point, with Michael Schumacher just missing out on points here today. Rubens Barrichello way down in 15th place, not a good race for him. Mark Webber, after having that spin, way down in 17th place. That is good news for me. That should mean that I catch up to him in the championship, so maybe I can try and get P5 in this season still. But let's have a look at the Drivers' Championship and how that affects us. We're in P6, 20 points behind Mark Webber, and we are for 24 points ahead of Lewis Hamilton at the moment, which is pretty decent as well. We are still trying to, chip away at that Williams seat, try and secure it for next season, and maybe even possibly challenge for a Red Bull seat, not Red Bull seat, a Force India seat as well. But we've got the Red Bull driver of Sebastian Vettel leading the championship so far this season, with Fernando Alonso just 10 points behind him, with Jenson Button and Felipe Massa very close in the championship between those two. Let's have a look and see how this affects us in the constructors. We're in fourth at the moment, 120 points, 20 points exactly ahead of Mercedes so far this season. After it was only Nico Rosberg who scored points here today, so we do actually gain on the Mercedes team, which is pretty decent indeed. But that's it for the Belgian Grand Prix. Let's head back to the menus. Interviews for today's Belgian Grand Prix. And how do you feel about this weekend's result? The whole weekend, if we think about the whole weekend, qualifying was really disappointing. I made a mistake there, and who knows what I could have done in the race if I had a good qualifying session, which I believe I would have done. I mean, I set the fastest lap of the race, and that sort of lap time definitely would have been competing with the likes of Fernando Alonso, Sebastian Vettel for pole position. So it's a little bit frustrating, but then we head into the race. We started at the back of the field, and we managed to finish in P5, which is absolutely fantastic. I couldn't have thought of anything better. You know, the best I could have hoped for was maybe a points finish. P5, absolutely fantastic. So yeah, the team are pretty happy with my result, you know, just to say the least. Do you see yourself as a serious contender for the championship? No, I'm not focusing on the championship at all. I'm not focusing on the championship this season, mainly because I'm in a Williams. I'm not in the car that's capable of doing so, and I can't really see with the race results that I've had at the moment that I could challenge for the championship. So I think we are out of running, but you know, good races coming up. We could certainly be in it. I'm not too sure. We just have to wait and see, but I'm not really thinking about it too much at the moment. There's still a long way left to go. Right, so here we are, selecting our rival for this season. So Mark Webber, Felipe Massa, or Jenson Button. Well, we always like to go for the highest one, and Jenson Button being in third place is actually the driver who is holding our Force India seat at the moment. So Jenson Button is going to be my rival for the rest of the season. A great race here today then at the Belgian Grand Prix. We have a little email after that. We've got we've got a contract offer from Virgin. We've already raced for those guys in F1 2010, so we are not going to accept that at all. But looking at the standings after today's race, still in P6, still in that Williams seat, still chipping away at the guys ahead of us, but unfortunately we're just struggling. We need to get more race wins if we want to try and challenge for that Force India seat next season. But 20 points away from Mark Webber, 24 points ahead of Lewis Hamilton is a pretty decent start to this season. But what can we do as the season goes on? Let's just wait and see. Up next though is the it's the Italian Grand Prix. I'm getting ahead of myself there. The Italian Grand Prix is up next, which is a track that I got a podium. I think I got second place last time around in F1 2010, so I'll be hoping to do something similar here later on today, because of course we are doing a triple bill. So the Italian Grand Prix will be in a few hours for you guys to see, so don't forget to go check out that episode. But that is it from me here today. If you have enjoyed the episode, don't forget to smash a like on it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so for daily Formula 1 content, and also don't forget to share this video with your friends. And I will see you later on today with the Italian Grand Prix, but until then, it's goodbye from me.